Hello, YouTube divers. This is Water Dive 122, and I want to welcome you all to another episode of Coda of Soda. So today we are back here. We're going to be reviewing another root beer today. So let's get this party started. So we are reviewing Faygo root beer, a brand new root beer brand on this channel. Okay, so with Faygo, it was really one of those soda brands that I had seen in stores like Ingles and Walmart, for example. Um, but I was told that this company isn't really the best soda makers. But I finally got my hands on their root beer, and I will say it exceeded my expectations. Um, Now, this root beer. It has a very interesting flavor. It's kind of like what I said with IBC root beer. It has a very, very interesting flavor to it. It's good. It is just a tad bit flat, but that's what happens when you combine natural and artificial flavors as the root beer, as it indicates on the label. Right there, I believe. Um, and for a draft style root beer, this is a draft style root beer according to the label. It's really not that bad. I mean, it's not nearly as good as Bull and Bush. That is still hands down my favorite draft root beer of all time, like hands down. But Faygo is really, really nice, and honestly, it exceeded my expectations. It is not as good as root beers like Hank's, A&W, Barks, Mugs, Summits, the aforementioned Bull and Bush. I don't really think it's in my top 10, but hey, I don't have any problems with putting it in my top 15. Like, it is that freaking good. Um, it's way better than I would actually prefer this over Virgil's, hands down. Um, Boylan, even. I like this just a tad bit more than Boylan. Might need to review both those root beers together at some point. Um, but yeah, it's still it's a good root beer. It has a very nice flavor to it, although it starts off flat, but it actually does improve, which is really something that I've been noticing lately with most of these root beers. Um, the fizziness, while it is a little bit on the boundary between root beer and cola levels, um, I still think it is pretty decent when you look at it at a full package. And then the aftertaste is, in my opinion, where this root beer really shines. The unique flavor and how the aftertaste actually builds up. And it's like I said, upon first sip, it tastes flat. But it continues to get better and better the more it's in your mouth, if that makes sense. And that's really where the aftertaste comes into play. It's the best part of this root beer, in my opinion. Um, Creaminess is not really a thing here, and color, well, it's your typical root beer color. It's very dark, and like I said when I did my 5 root beer comparison, um, I do like dark root beer color. So that gets a really really nice positive review. This really surprised me and exceeded my expectations, and honestly, I might need to pay more attention to Faygo because this root beer, man, it is really freaking good. Like, if you're a root beer connoisseur like myself and you have yet to try this root beer, keep your eyes out for it and give it a shot. It's really worth it in my opinion. Okay, so now let's go ahead and do the taste test. So, I'll open this up. Cheers. Really nice. It's really good. Okay, so with that said, that concludes this edition of Coda of Soda. Thank you so much for watching, my fellow YouTube divers. This is Water Dive 122 signing out, ready to dive into more fun on YouTube. Thanks for watching.